Okay, hello and welcome to the part three of my Ottoman let's play. So everything looks great, fantastic. Um, I'm as usual. I'm going for national college as soon as possible. So as you can see in my second city, I rush library and then I build my monument. Always that order. So when I usually finish the library in my second city, I get the tech to make the national college. That's the best way to do it. And yeah, I just keep scouting and stuff like this. Okay, once you're done with this, you can build a barracks or you can build a granary. I think the granary is better because you need to grow. So I'd say that the best build order you can make is actually making a library, a monument, and then you can make or a granary, or if you are close to the water, what I usually try to do, you can get a water mill mile. I don't know how you say it. Um, and yeah, that's it. I could have made a third city, um, maybe after the National College, or just before. It's possible. I think in my next Let's Play, wait, unless I play with Venice, which won't um, won't let me do this because you can't really do this with Venice. You can't build cities, so I can't show you how I do when I spam cities. Or perhaps I will play the Zulu. I don't know, but people wants to see Venice. So I will have to find a way to play it. But it's possible that I'm going to just play all Civilization and just play short game like on standard and just 4 or 5 AIs. So I don't really need to go to the late game unless I play a Civilization that is strong when it comes to the late game, such as I don't know. I don't know. There is not a lot of Civilization, and it's a good thing that becomes great in the late game. Brazil is great in the late game, but I'm not sure it's a very fun civilization to play. And then you have also Germany. They have the Panzer, but it's a tank. But I don't think it's really a good unit. I'm not even sure if it has combat strength bonus. Well, anyway. So once the National College is done, you can focus on barracks if you don't have it, or you can also start building units. So as usual, the same thing. You usually build a spearman and then you upgrade them into pikemen. But for this game, I'm going to rush the Janissary, so I'm going straight down the trees. So I'm going to rush ironwork, metal casting, steel, and I'm going to gunpowder. Um, this might sound crazy for people because they're going to say, okay, you're going for musketmen before having university, so you're going to need science. You will be too late and you will lose the game. No, I will be late in science, yeah, of course, but I think it's worth being the last in science and having 1 or 2 or 3 capital than just being the first and have nothing. I mean, you're not going for a science victory, you're going for a domination one. So yeah, you have many. I have 2 options. I can either go for let's say Songhai or China, but the thing is, I won't do it by myself. I need to bribe someone to help me for this, and China is the easiest target because um, because simply because the sun guy got a lot of hills and forest and jungle, and and he has usually more units than China. China is usually a bad AI. I've never seen China doing great. Uh, I think there are some AIs that do great usually, and most of the time. Usually it's the AI that can spam melee units and spam cities, so you will always have or mounted units, but something like England or um, or China, and I'm trying to remember if there is any other civilization with range units, but I don't think there is. Well, there is some like the Maya and the Inca, but that's not really the same. The thing is, the AI is really bad with range units, so it makes them very, very bad. And then you have AIs that don't spam cities, which are usually bad. But I think all the AI spam cities. I mean, I'd say even Ethiopia doesn't spam cities, but even Ethiopia spam cities sometimes. So yeah, I guess everyone can do it. Yeah, I don't remember seeing one AI sticking at 3 or 4 cities. When they do it, it's because they don't have any choices. They are surrounded, and usually the AI that is surrounded does bad, and it's always the AI isolated that goes crazy. For this game, it's going to be Genghis Khan because it's completely isolated, and I did not fight him uh, in the early game, but I'm going to spoil it. It's just below me. Yeah, I had to cross 2 city-states to find him. It's really isolated. A perfect start. If I was Mongolia this game, I'd for sure spam many cities because it's a the perfect condition to do it. So yeah, I'm going to make an archer because I want at least 1 or 2 before I get composite bowman, and because I'm going for metal casting, I need iron working, and I need I think it's construction. I need construction, and when I get it, I can't build archer. I have to build composite bowman, but it requires more armor to make a composite bowman than making an archer. So I make archer right now, so I can upgrade them, and yeah, use my money for this. And also build a cargo ship because I'm just out 1 gold per turn. And the thing is, if I don't do this and I build an army, I will lose. I will lose gold. I will lose maybe, I think, 5 or 6 gold per turn. And the thing is, because I will upgrade all my units, I will spend a lot of gold. And you can't do this because if you do it and you're in negative gold, you will lose. You will lose science, and you might lose units. I've already lost unit because I was losing too much gold per turn. So you must avoid that. So yeah, every time you have to. This is something important. Usually I build a caravan, but because I have a coastal city, I'm going to build just a cargo ship, which is much better, but it requires more armor. So you must always also sell your luxury for the AI you want to be friend with. Don't sell it to someone you plan on attacking. For 2 reasons, because no point selling something to someone you're going to attack and then you will just get it back, and it doesn't really make you win anything. And then it's better to get a good relationship with the people you know you won't attack anytime soon. So for me, being friend with Carthage or Assyria is a very good deal because I'm not going to attack them soon. Uh, well, it's not also because they are far that I won't attack them. Sometimes I go for AIs that are really far from me because they can build can build ships and stuff like this. But it won't happen this game because I'm just blocked. I'm blocked. I can't really use ships on this map. Well, I will, but you'll see what happened. But I won't really be able to build the fleet because I will be like in all my games. I will have all the AI against me. So when you fight alone 3 or 4 AIs, you can't. You have to expect losing something for gaining something back, and you don't have to be afraid to lose cities. I'm going to spoil you something. I'm going again to lose a city to a capital to a city state, and I think in every game I played, well, no, not in my Denmark, but yeah, well, half of my game, I often lose a capital to a city state, and but sometimes I do it on purpose, uh, because losing, I think giving a capital to a city state is the best thing you can actually do because you won't need to take it back to win domination, and you make sure that no one will, well, almost sure that no one will take it. And then if you can become ally with that city state, you will have a city state that is very strong compared to the other one. And I think Wittenberg, the city state, the religious city state close to me, is going at the end to be the strongest city state of the game because they're just going to be at peace all the time. Sometimes you have city states that are always at war, so they have bad population and stuff like this. So yeah, she actually built a nice Petra. It's a really good one. A Petra like this, if you are the Hans, it's a very good one. I mean, you get 5 emer for this. Petra is really a good wonder. Uh, it can really it can really break a game. I saw someone building a Petra in a multiplayer game. He built a Petra in a city, in Inca city, and the Inca city was it was surrounded by a lot of mountains, and only hills, hills everywhere, and it was desert hills. With it even had water between it. So the city has crazy population and production. It was the most insane city I ever seen. Yeah, a Petra in an Inca city surrounded by desert hill and surrounded by mountains with rivers inside it is just insane. This is a dream of a Petra. Yeah, that was the greatest Petra ever. So yeah, now I'm building some warriors, and then I will upgrade them to I don't remember the name, to swordsmen. And the thing is, it's very interesting because you have the choice between building warriors and building swordsmen. So if you want, if you have gold and you want to save some hammers, you can actually build warriors like I'm doing and then upgrading them. So that's what I'm going to do because I want to use my gold for this and I don't want to waste time building my army. It's always the same thing when you make my strategy for 2 city science. It's always you must build a fast army. And I've been talking with someone on Reddit that said that it was a bad idea and everything, and he told me the same thing. I read over and over that I should build 4 cities, go tradition, and then wait artillery. But I mean, if I do this game, if I build two more cities, first I have to find the place for, because I have the place, but I see one city that can be good, like yeah, very good, but no production, or almost, and I see another one that's going to be that can be interesting to settle, but it's going to be too close to the sun guy. So yeah, it's a good thing to forward settle an AI that you want to declare war on. But for this game, I'm going first for China, not for the sun guy. So I can't do this. So yeah, and let's go back to the discussion on Reddit. The guy said yes, and you wait artillery, but come on, you have China, you have the sun guy, you have Attila. You can't just wait artillery for do this. What's going to happen? They're just going to settle more and more cities, even between you. Every single spot they can find, they will settle it, and they will build armies. Because the thing is, you go for four cities and tradition. All right, you build nice cities, you get production and stuff like this, and of course in the late game it will be great, it will be nice. But what do you think the AI is going to do? Is going to wait and sit and just do nothing? No, the AI is just going to build the double amount of cities you are doing. So let's say you build 4 cities, okay, the sun guy is going to build 12 of them, and then what? You're going to fight him with artillery and the 4 cities that spam units. He's going to use 12 cities to spam units, and it's just going to melt your ass. So yeah, the AI is bad, and I hate late game wars because it's just so easy to beat the AI. But let's face it, if the AI spam units, you will need hours and hours to just take it and take one capital. So if you wait artillery with 4 cities in tradition, you're not going to win domination. You're just going to win science, and that's it. You can't just take 7 capitals in the end of the game. It's just impossible. It's just impossible. You, even if you can sustain the happiness, and even if you, it's just there is no way. I tried a lot, and it's just impossible. So if someone can do it, I will gladly see it. But I think the only way you can actually do it is just by first hoping you get uranium, or then buying uranium and nuking one AI at a time, dropping XCOM squad and taking the city. But then you're gambling that the AI won't go to space, won't win cultural victory, because this game, if I do this, if I just wait and build 4 cities, I'll lose, because Attila will have a lot of culture, he will build all the wonder of the game, and yeah, if I did this, I'd lose the game. And yes, this is impossible. So if you read something on Reddit or a forum or anything that 4 cities tradition is a good thing for domination, this is complete bullshit. I think you can win, but I hardly believe it's possible. I mean, you can for sure win a scientific victory, or a diplomatic victory, or a cultural victory like this. You can. You can also just sit on 4 cities and take only the capital of the AI spamming wonders, because there is usually just one, and then in the late game you just nuke that city, or build a fleet, a huge army, you pay everyone to attack him, and you just take the city, and then you just wait for cultural victory. But yeah, you just can't win domination in that way. You can't, especially if you have expanding AIs. And I often watch let's plays from some people, from some YouTubers, and I've learned a lot from them, but they always do the same thing, and it's just tradition, build 3 or 4 cities, and then they just wait artillery, and they never win domination. Undated, they never win domination, unless unless they play some civilization that do very well when it comes to domination, and they have a very good map in their favor, and even that I don't think they win. I think you can't win day through domination if you don't go to war before getting artillery. I don't think it's possible. You can't say I'm not open-minded, because I actually play the game with all policies. I play with piety, I play with commerce, and I can skip rationalism and stuff like this. Sometimes I go for this because I want to end the game quickly. But yeah, I'm open to any kind of strategies, any kind of policies, of build order, or yeah. But tradition 5 cities and just say it on it and wait artillery, well, I don't think it's possible. So yeah, I'm going to just wait for trebuchets. I think I'm going to wait for trebuchets. I don't remember. But yeah, this is going to be interesting because I will be able to show you that you can take a city, so a capital, with just swordsmen. Last time I did it, I was playing Denmark, and when I did it, I used berserker, which are long swordsmen, so they are much better than swordmen, but swordmen can do the job just fine, just fine. Swordman, spearman. Yeah, and one thing that I said also to these people talking is also, I think it's better to build just one city and to take one capital or two capitals than just having yours and you build 3 cities or two. I think everyone can agree that having the capital of someone is always more interesting than building your own city, because the capital will have more luxury, more stuff, more buildings, and it's this is the thing. Domination victory is about taking capitals. When you take one, you're actually achieving something to go to the victory. That's what you must keep in mind. It's you win by taking capitals. That's it. So I'm going to make a pause and see you in the next part. So see you.